college publications, student publication, and information about the college. Some of it is like your usual stuff. We have to keep copies of all the catalogs because that's actually the contract between a student and the college. So if you were in the school in 1978, you need to verify what classes were taught at that point, right? And they change over time. So we have college catalogs, but then we get into the interesting stuff. We get all kinds of um, student newspapers, student publications, yearbooks, all kinds of one-offs. We call them miscellanies, where you have one thing. Why in the heck was this done at Mercy College? All right. So you go from this big shelves of things, and when you actually start going through them, is when you find the real fun information. So Gwen Nielsen has been doing an independent study project with me for the last year. She's interested in going to library school and she's a history major. So archives are kind of a natural fit for someone like that. And so I kind of just let her explore the collection and find out how it fell into different groups. One of the things, her mom is an art professor. We found this really interesting. Here are all the logos for the Impact newspaper over the times. So it goes from hand drawn to like, all the different styles, and this is the current logo. So in other words, even the student magazine has progressed over time. So this is something that's almost like a visual analysis. All right. We found lots of April Fool issues like this one, The Impacted Tooth. I mean, Gwen and I read this and we laughed hysterically. So it's from Murray College in Dobbs Ferry, New York, and every item in it is a joke. It's printed backwards, so it's the wrong way. So how to succeed at Mercy without really trying. Um, Everything's just a hilarious joke. And I'm thinking, gee, I wonder if this could happen now. I don't know. One of the things Gwen is doing is going through all the Impact magazines and pulling out historical articles that we are then going to digitize, and we're actually going to make them accessible via software that we have so that everybody can look at these. All right. Right now, it's kind of hard. You have to make an appointment. You can't really see this stuff. All right. These are old yearbook photographs. So every senior used to have their picture taken, and then they ended up in these really fancy yearbooks. And again, there's some really great pictures in these. You go to the 70s, you look at some of the teachers, and they're in like plaid suits or they have sideburns. I mean, so we've done a lot of research for events, anniversaries, where we have to go through the yearbooks and find pictures, not just of students, but of faculty members like this, people who were here then. What did the college look like? So unfortunately, we don't have a yearbook anymore. We got Facebook and everything else. All right. This is Gwen's favorite picture, the sisters playing saxophones. I don't know. We just found that really amusing. Another thing we've done over time is when there was the big anniversary at Mercy, I think it was the 60th anniversary, we went through the archive and literally logged hundreds of pictures and put them on a disc. And this is actually now marketing has a copy of this, and they're trying to make it available for everybody because it has great pictures of the college over time, people, places, things, events that happened. And again, if they're in an archive, they can be buried. So we're trying to make them more accessible. Student publications, these are actually coming back in the English department, but I think they're all electronic. But there used to be a lot of student publications of poetry, photography, where students would write short stories, poetry, and then publish them as part of being an English major here or an art major, whatever. So that is something that seems to be coming back to life in the current English department. They're actually trying to, regenerate that interest in students' own writing not so much doing research papers, but do you want to write a poem? Do you write lyrics? You know, so they're trying to collect that stuff. We have a lot of creative students.